Monday. I've got some work done this morning. I've got a video going up today as like a bonus video. So I thought today we could do like a little get ready with me and a Q&A. I'll answer some questions that I've been getting lately. I did a Q&A about blogging, so I hope the Q&A is like, it's not too soon to do another Q&A, but I just thought like I might as well sort of get ready to do what I need to do for my work and answer some questions. So I'm gonna get some makeup on because today I want to film some videos with the Revolution cookie palette. So I'm not going to do any eyeshadow or eye makeup. I'm just going to get my face makeup ready. So I'm going to show you guys what I do, what I use, etc, etc. So the first thing I like to do is prime. I use the NYX Photo Loving Primer. This is a very good primer because it's green. It's green, so it cancels out any redness. Now for me, I have a lot of redness. You can see I've got so much red. My memory card is full. I seriously need to remember that every time I film and then I upload a video, I need to delete that footage because my memory card does not have enough storage. Like, maybe I should just get more memory cards. I don't know. I'm not used to this YouTuber life right now, like just yet. But yeah, this primer is really good because it cancels out any redness, which is really great because like if you're like me and you've got redness on your skin, it helps massively. So the first question is actually all about like mummy stuff, which is really interesting because I've not really done anything like this on my channel. I've not really spoken about I've spoken about being ill after it, but I didn't really speak about my birth and like the birth vlog, or didn't do a vlog on it. Haven't really done a birth story because it was the best day of my life, but it was crazy. So the first question is, we have some really juicy questions here. So okay, so I'm a really honest person. I will be honest with you guys, like, and I'm very open about things. Like, that's the way I've been brought up. If I want to talk about periods or something girly or sexual or anything like that, I don't feel uncomfortable, so I hope you guys don't either, but that's just the way I've been brought up. So the first question is, after having a baby, is it true that sex hurts and feels different? So for me personally, when I first got out of hospital, that's the last thing on your mind, for me anyway. Like, you are in pain, pretty much you're in pain. You have got a lot of blood pouring out of you. You just want to be cozy in the biggest underwear possible, the biggest knickers ever, with the biggest pad ever. Sex is not going to be on your mind, but if that's what you want to do, I don't know, because I waited a long time because I was in hospital and I was poorly with some other things, so I don't know about that. But all I know is when I did first start like having snugs, let me just let my cat in because she will not stop scratching at that door. She won't stop. Open the door and she's like, and I'm like, come on, and she's like why? Great. So yeah, when I first had sex after Olivia, it honestly didn't hurt for me. It was more anxious, like the anxiety of feeling like it was going to hurt because you've had so much going on down there. I had forceps and an epidural, and it's like I've just pushed a baby out of there. Like, I don't know if I feel comfortable doing anything. So I was really nervous about it, but it didn't hurt. It was more the anxiety for me. Like, when I was laying there, it was like I was waiting for it to hurt sort of thing, but it didn't hurt. No. The other question is, oh, what? Oh my god, these are juicy questions, guys. These are juicy questions. The next question is, did your boobs change, your bum and things like that? So basically, did your body change did your body change after Olivia? That's basically what it says. Yes. I don't know anyone that their body wouldn't change, other than maybe celebrities. I don't know, but yes, my body's changed so much. Like, my my boobs are still the same like position. They haven't changed in like situation. They haven't like gone down or anything like that, like down south they say, but they've definitely got a little bit smaller, and I don't know why. I think it's because when I first had Olivia I was poorly and I lost a lot of weight, so I think that's what it was. But nothing's changed in that department. But I've got a ton of stretch marks, and that's just life. Like, I've got a ton of stretch marks. I've got stretch marks on my boobs, I've got stretch marks on my legs, I've got stretch marks on my stomach, and also like I've got really bad stretch marks actually between my thigh, like in the inside of my thighs. Like, all of that was stretched because she was so low down. Like, I was carrying her so low down, and that puts a ton of pressure on that, on your belly and your legs and stuff. Olivia was very heavy, very heavy. Because I'm quite a small person, like I'm 5'3", and I found it quite difficult carrying such a huge weight. So yeah, I struggled with that, but no, nothing else has changed. The only thing that's changed is my bum has definitely changed because I've got stretch marks. My legs, I feel like my hips are wider and my legs are bigger, like everything's gone wider. And your body does change. I can't really explain it, but like your stomach will change. Like, my stomach has not really got any definition anymore. It's just like a flab. It's just like podge that needs to go down. Like, you know, it's just podge. It's just extra. I call it my little mummy pooch because that's where Olivia came out, and that's where she was hibernating in there. She was living in there. So it's an amazing feeling. Like, I feel very confident about my mum tum, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't feel ashamed of it at all. I feel very confident about it because I created a human. Like, that's insane. We created a human. So yeah, that doesn't bother me. Nothing else has changed, to be honest with you. The only thing that did happen, which there was a question about hair loss, was when I was pregnant. Sorry, I'm trying to do my makeup as well. When I was pregnant, my hair grew so fast. Like, my hair was growing real fast. I'm just putting a little concealer because I'm quite red. And I was just like, whoa. It was just really long and really thick. And it got very thick. So, which was lovely. It was very nice actually, because I have an underactive thyroid. So whenever my levels aren't right, I actually lose hair, like, quite a lot. So yeah, it was really nice for my hair to be so long and luscious and thick. It was really lovely. However, the next question is actually about hair loss. Did you get postpartum hair loss? I did get postpartum hair loss, and it was quite scary because I didn't really understand. First of all, I was looking and I was like, oh my god, my hair's falling out. But then I had to research, and that's when I found out about it. I didn't know about it, actually. So basically, my hair was in a bun for weeks after Olivia was born because I wasn't well. And to be honest with you, like, I didn't put makeup on for weeks after she was born. I just didn't feel like it. I was busy. I was a new mum. I was just living in a little bubble. And yeah, I just didn't really do much of myself. And then one day I washed my hair. Literally one day I washed my hair. That's what it feels like when you've had a baby. That first hair wash is incredible. I washed my hair, I dried my hair, and I was brushing it, and it was coming out, and like in clumps, like thick, like, I can't explain it, like literally like a handful of hair. And I first thought, oh no, my thyroid's kicking in, like I'm having problems with that. So I went to go and have my bloods done, and my thyroid was actually, it went into remission whilst I was pregnant. My thyroid was actually the best it's ever been since being pregnant. It was the best. when I was pregnant. And then they said to me it's what you call postpartum hair loss, and it was quite a lot. I was losing a lot of hair every single day. It was getting worse and worse, but it wasn't noticeable. The only place it was noticeable was here. So literally all of this here went, like all of this was gone. And now I don't know if like you've watched my vlogs and stuff, you might have seen that I was always having like frizzy bits pulling out here, and that's what that was. It was like quite frizzy because it's just growing back in and stuff. So yeah, I did really suffer with postpartum hair loss. Some people do, some people don't. Next question. This is all mummy stuff, baby stuff, body stuff. Do you feel confident in your body after having a baby? Yes, I do. I feel more confident now than I did before. I think when I was pregnant, I had a real journey with my body actually, because I was pregnant, I was big, and one day I just kind of looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, my body's changing, here we go, like this is it, this is the time to accept it, Melissa. And yeah, I looked so different, and I did feel, sometimes I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, wowzers, I look so big, and like, ugh. But then, you know, you're growing a baby. A lot of people do tend to get big. I was very big when I was pregnant. I'll put a picture in right now. I was quite big for my height, they said. So yeah, I did feel a little bit self-conscious at first, but then when your body, when you start getting close to having that baby, you just want that baby to come. You just want her or him out. I just wanted Olivia out because I was in so much pain. And as soon as she came out, I just felt this absolute ray of confidence. I can't explain it. I didn't feel like, the nurse was like, you're going to go and have a shower. And I had to shower in front of her because she was, I lost a lot of blood and I was like collapsing. So she had to like help me shower. And everything was out. My boobs were out, my bum was out, everything. And I didn't care because I don't know. I can't explain it. It was just like, it was just a moment of madness that you go through when you have a baby. I have a lot of people say to me, like my friends say to me, oh, I'm worried about having a baby because of the privacy thing. Like everything's on show, your backside, your vagina's on show. Like, yeah, it is. And all I can say about that is I felt like that a little bit when I was getting ready for labour, when I was being induced. And then as soon as I got put on that labour ward, I was in a gown, naked. I was in this gown, and I had a catheter down there to go to the toilet, and I was also constipated, so I was having an enema. It literally, privacy will just go out the window. My ass was on show. As soon as I got off the bed to go to the toilet, my gown had this massive gap down the back. My ass was on show. The windows were like, there was no curtains, the windows were there. I was high up in this hospital, and like the windows were like wide open and you could see the city. Like where we went was the city, and I could see the city, and I thought, if I can see the city, they can see me. So yeah, it was like, hi everyone, but you just don't care. Like they said I was a proper joker actually when I was pregnant, like giving birth, because the weirdest thing was the catheter was connected to the bed, and I watched it and I was like, oh my god, am I weeing? It was so funny. They couldn't stop laughing. They were like, yeah, you are weeing. And I was like, I can't feel it. It was really strange because you can see your wee in this bag filling up, but you can't feel yourself weeing. And I was like, oh my god, I'm weeing. It was honestly, I seriously, if you are nervous about privacy or anything like that, the nurses are fantastic. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Like, if you've got a bush down there, don't even bother caring. Like, it doesn't matter. You're pregnant. That's all that matters, is getting that baby out healthy and safe. You know, like keeping you guys safe. That's all that matters. That's all they care about. So yeah, I mean, if I was to go to the hospital now and I'd need an enema and I was on a ward with lots of people around me, I would be whispering like, excuse me, like, I'm constipated, I need an enema, you know, and then when they come around and do it, can you please stay quiet? When I was pregnant and I was desperately needing an enema, because sometimes you do. And also I had an abscess pressing on my pelvis that I didn't know about, so I was actually constipated really bad. Oh, it was awful. My God, I would never want to experience that again. Flaming neck. Yeah, so that happened, and anyway, so I needed an enema, and I ran to the desk on the ward and I screamed at the top of my voice, give me an enema, because they wouldn't listen to me. They were like, oh, try to go to the toilet, drink water, try and drink this, try and drink that, eat some prunes. And I was like, I need an enema right now. I feel like I'm going to explode. There was people in the ward looking at me with a dress. This woman was in her dressing gown, just stood there looking at me like she was just out of it. She didn't care. No one was judging. Like, they may have been judging, but I didn't care. I did not care. I just wanted that freaking enema. So anyway, she was like, yes, I'll sort it. So I went back to the ward bed, and there was loads of people next to me and around me, and families visiting and everything. And this nurse comes in, opens the curtains, goes, hi, Melissa, I'm here to give you your enema. And usually I would literally curl up and want to curl up and want to die from the embarrassment of hearing that, and everyone's going to hear it. But I didn't care. And also, when she was doing the enema, I ran to the toilet. I literally ran to the toilet with my trousers halfway down. Like, oh my God, don't even, don't. Oh my God, what was I doing? You just don't worry about that, please. Don't worry about it. It will just happen how it happens, and you will not care. I'll never see them people again, so. And another question. Oh my God, no. Did you poo when you was giving birth? No, I didn't. I don't know anyone that's done that. Is that even a thing? I think it is, but no, I did not. I was very worried about it because I actually had the enema, so I thought if I'm pushing, I can't feel anything to stop it. Not the enema, it's the epidural. I had an epidural, so I thought if I'm numb, I won't feel if I'm gonna go for a poo. Like, I was scared. But no, I didn't. Don't worry about it. If you do, they've seen it thousands of times, so don't worry about it. Next question is, how was the birth? Did you use pain relief? Yes, I did. So I was induced because of my thyroid condition, and my blood pressure was quite high. So I was getting preeclampsia towards the end of my pregnancy. And I got induced at 37 weeks, and I hated it. Every second of it. I'm sorry to say this and probably put you off, but I hated it. But the reason I hated it was because I had this abscess on my fallopian tube, so everywhere up there was all actually infected. I had a huge infection from this abscess, so it was all infected, it was all inflamed, and this woman was digging her way up there trying to put this thing behind my cervix, so I was howling in pain. I ended up going on gas and air, and it didn't work. It didn't do a thing. So eventually, after a while, cut the story short, I might do a story for you if you're interested on a whole like inducing and birth story. But to cut the story short, I eventually dilated to 2 centimeters. So I got ran down to the labour ward, and away we go. That's what happened, to be honest. It was crazy. But yeah, it was they found me funny. They found me quite fun, and I made a lot of friends with nurses and a lot of friends with people because that's the kind of person I am. But I remember begging them to yank this thing out of me. When they induced me, they put like, Liam called it a USB, but it looked like a USB, actually it did, yeah. It was like this sort of long, and it was white, and it was very thin, and it was sharp, and it had a string on the end, and they shoved it up me, and the string was hanging down. The string was hanging down from there, and I went into the bathroom, and I was like howling with like pain from the pregnancy, and I said to Liam, if you love me, you will yank this thing out of me. And he went, I will do it, Mel, but you need to keep it. And I said, I don't want it. Get it out of me. It hurts. And I want you to take me home, and we will have this baby at home. And he was like, Melissa, you can't. So then he called the nurse in and she was like calming me down. She was getting me to bounce on this ball. And I was like, I want to go home. I'll have my baby by myself. I'm a woman. I can do it myself. That's what I'm made for. God made me like this. And she was like, Melissa, you can't. You need to have this medication because of your blood pressure. And we need to keep an eye on Olivia and stuff. So, yeah, she talked me out of it. But I was begging them to yank this thing out of me. It was just, oh God, I can laugh about it now. But I hated being induced. I'm not going to lie. I hated it. Okay, let's move on to some bronzer, otherwise we're just gonna ramble. Where's my brush? There it is. So, yeah, that's what happened. Next question, are you gonna have any, oh my God, guys, I don't know what's going on with me, but I am so broody right now. So broody. Olivia's turned 1 in December, and I'm so broody. I checked my cycle, you know, like the period cycle. I've got an app. I use, I think it's called Flow. Is it called Flow? Called Flow. And it popped up and it said, this is the best time for you to get pregnant. And I just looked at Liam and I was like, and we both really want to, but I can't because of my, I can't at the moment because of my abscess and stuff. I'm still recovering. I'm still very much in pain and stuff in that area. So, no. But yes, I would love another one. I would love another one. I really want Olivia to have a little brother or sister. Okay, let's do some bronzer. So I'm using the Jolie Beauty Latte. I really love this bronzer actually. I don't know what that means on my camera. It's a battery with a line through it. I'm not quite sure. I think that's when it overheats. That's the thing with this camera. I love it, but the only thing about it is it needs to cool down, like it overheats if you film for too long. And I've been filming for like nearly half an hour. Why do I talk so much? Okay. So, next thing we're going to do is some blush. So, I'm going to use Rendezvous from Jolie Beauty as well. I'm just doing something simple. Okay, that's pretty much what I'm doing. And then I'm going to do a little highlight. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Precious Petals. This is one of the best drugstore highlighters I've ever used. It's damaged, but Precious Petals by Wet n Wild, it's unbelievably really, really good. So, lastly, I'm going to set my face with some of the chocolate cherry spray. Smells like cherries. And then to finish off, because I'm not doing any eye makeup because I'm going to be filming, I'm going to use my lip liner. Where are you? Watch me under the light, so keep me in your sight, 'cause I can do this all night.